like breaking through. And like you could see it already. Like it's scratching through, and it's like it stops and it runs to the room right next to it and starts breaking through the drywall. This thing, it like I've never read such a like
Intense.
emotional, like I could tell it was so fucking thirsty for their blood. Like I was like, oh my god,
they're going to fucking die.
she is fucking like walking out, and she sees like one of the rocks, and she's in her head, she hears the mantra, and I twisted myself.
Yes.
And it's got its mouth like wide open, and she's like trying to rationalize.
And I make
she's like trying to rationalize, like, you're being crazy. Like, there's no way you could twist yourself like one of these. Watch. And she starts imitating it and opening her mouth pretty wide.
Yes.
And it just keeps opening and opening. And she's like, okay, like, let me stop. And her mouth won't close. And she's like, it is a house surrounded by woods.
In the middle of nowhere.
I would have driven up to it, backed out, told them to fucking knock that shit out and go.
100%. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I'm Ale.
And I'm Carla, and this is Booked and Buzzin'.
From bestseller to hidden gems, we're going to be sharing our thoughts, reviews, and all the latest buzz in the book world.
Today, we're going to be going over The Twisted Ones by T. Kingfisher.
That's right. And this was supposed to be our third book in the spooky series.
Yeah. It's our last.
But it's our last. It is our last.
So we went on an unplanned hiatus.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
A few weeks.
Yeah. It's been a lot. We have a new set, if you can't tell. Beautiful background.
New set.
Lots been going on. So we weren't able to get to all 4 books, but 3 out of 4 is not bad.
3 out of 4 is not bad for like a genre that we're not obsessed with.
No.
So we read 3 out of 4. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, because it's not our main interest, House of Leaves was rough.
I didn't even start it.
I did. And I literally started it before Carla, and I was like, I was so excited for this book, and like, I'm not going to read this.
Yeah,
and Carla
that
like,
threw me
what?
off. Yeah. Because we literally picked it because you were so excited for it. So
I was so excited.
Honestly felt really bad that you didn't like it because you've been wanting to read it for years.
I know.
So that made me sad.
Me too. But then I realized that like I had picked this book out, 3 or 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. And 3 or 4 years ago, I was still into like spooky shit. I'm really not anymore. Like I'm into spooky. Not scary.
It just made me feel bad because you were so excited that I was like, oh, I don't want to read this, but I will for you.
Thank you.
So it made me really sad when you were like, I don't want to read this anymore.
I know. And I felt really bad because I know Carla was going to try, but I'm like, I don't want her to try when I like don't want to do it in the first place.
No,
so
I'm
like,
okay with us DNFing it.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't even I didn't start it. You read like a few pages, so I don't even know if we would count that as a DNF. I think it's right behind you.
It is.
I mean, maybe we'll one day read it. I was very relieved. Dude, I did not want to read diagrams.
I just couldn't get into it, and I just feel like okay, so here's the other thing. I think that I psyched myself out a little.
Why?
Because I feel like when I looked up this book, there was a lot of thoughts around it being like paranoid, like a very like paranoia. Mm-hmm. And I just don't do well with that subject because I'm already paranoid.
Yeah. Same.
So I knew that I was gonna walk around my house being like, so I was like, I don't want to do this because I don't want to fuck myself up.
Yeah.
When like we like to read is romantasy.
Yeah. True. I mean, okay, so now that we're at the end of our journey with
Spooktober,
with the spooky books, I will say, I didn't not enjoy it. Okay, when I went into every book, I was like, I don't want to read this. But from the first to this one, they were all good. It opened my eyes a little more. Am I going to start reading scary books? No. But it wasn't bad. Like, as I went through them, the only one that I was like, I don't want to read this was this one. Like, as I went through, well, I didn't want to read House of Leaves, but just because I was like, this is like a textbook. The one that I was like, please, I don't want to read this anymore, was this one, because I was scared. The other two didn't scare me. This one scared the shit out of me. Even now, like, you know, we always give a rating. I don't know what to rate this.
Okay. I have no idea what to rate this.
Yeah.
Because genuinely, it was so creepy.
I
also
never
feel
want to
like
read this
that's-
again.
No.
Or a book like this
No.
again.
And okay, so the Twisted Ones was nothing like Hemlock and Silver.
No.
Okay.
Let me
So
just-
same author.
Let me just start with like the cover of this book. It says Hugo and Nebula award-winning author T. Kingfisher. Cool. And then there's like a little quote on the front, and I was like, oh, what does this say? It says righteous folkloric horror. The devil is waiting in between these pages, and I was like, who's waiting?
I read it.
Waiting for me in here.
Okay, so that's crazy because I read the Kindle version. I don't have the physical book, and I never saw that.
Yeah. I didn't
Oh.
mention it to you because I wanted to mention it here, but I saw that shit and I was like, excuse the fuck out of me. Who the fuck is waiting for me in between these pages? I don't fuck with shit like this.
I know. I mean, let me tell you this. Go ahead.
No, tell me.
It started off, and I was like, I'm into this. This is great. And then I'm like, what do you think you heard?
Okay, so on that page, what I'll say is the writing was great.
Yeah.
This is a great author.
She continues, yes.
I also,
Amazing.
again, I liked the main character. I was not,
Yep.
it was not a main character. I don't really have any critiques. So, well, I
have
would have
one.
left many.
The fucking dog.
I would have left a million times before
Oh,
she
well,
even
I
thought
would have
to.
never gotten there. I would have
No.
gotten there maybe and been like,
Knock
no.
it down, Dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so
other than that, like, I don't really have a critique over
Yeah.
her. You have a critique over the dog?
I don't like how much she fucking. I'm gonna get hate on this.
You are. I know what
I'm
you're gonna say.
So gonna say this.
Go ahead.
But I hate how often she risked her life for her dog. Like, I'm like, are you
but
serious?
you're not a dog person. I'm not a pet person at this point in my life either. I used to love animals. Not that I don't love them anymore. Like, I think they're great, but like, I don't want that responsibility. There are people that like their dog is their family.
I know.
Not for you, not for me. I don't have a dog.
I do have
I
a dog.
had-
I love my dog.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna go into another parallel world where there are beings that are gonna kill me over my dog.
Well,
I mean, like, who are you? Who's gonna do that?
not me, but look, okay. So, starts off with a girl named Melissa, but her nickname is Mouse, so I forgot her name was even Melissa to begin with. This girl, basically, her grandma dies.
Passes away.
She wasn't living. Yeah, her grandma passes away. She wasn't living at her house when that happened. She was at
Right.
an ALF or something, and a home.
She was doing her own. Yeah.
But the house is there, and her dad, Mouse's dad, is like really old. I think he's
Yeah.
like also
He
on
was
the
sick.
verge of
Yeah.
no longer being there.
Yeah.
And he was like,
yeah.
"Listen, I just can't go. Can you just go to the house,
and clear it out so we can.
check it out?
Sell
If
it.
it's too bad, we'll knock it down.
Yeah.
But if it's salvageable, like, can you clear it out? We'll sell it, split the profits."
Exactly.
And she's like, "Well, my dad never asks me for anything, so I'll do it." Here's what I'll say. Immediately, she starts talking about like her dad and her relationship. Her mom passed away when she was little, and her dad sent her to go live with her aunt. Why didn't you take care of her? He would see her like every weekend, but like, why was she not living with her father?
I found that weird, but then I thought, like, I don't know. I feel like girls need women.
Yeah,
Like,
but why
mom-
am I not living with my father? Like, why was why was, where was the explanation there? Like, why didn't,
There was no explanation. She was
And-
just like, I think he tried, and I think he needed the support from the grandmother, but then he didn't get it, and so she was like, okay, I want to live with my aunt,
yeah, but I don't know. It was
which I think was
never-
the mom's sister, right?
yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
I think so too.
It was never really like mentioned why she went to go live with her. And it's not like her dad abandoned her because she said, I see my dad every weekend, whatever.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. That one, like, I was waiting for her to get to the point, like, to at some point get to why her dad couldn't take care of her, and she never did. And then I was like, okay, well, let me wait for some resentment, and that also never came. So I wish we had gotten a little background there, because like I didn't.
It's crazy. I actually just assumed that she preferred to be with her aunt.
She never said that though.
That's the vibe I got. Very much like nonchalant.
Yeah, it was
like
very
I
nonchalant.
Just, right? Like I lived with my aunt
Yeah,
and
but
I
then
saw
I'm
my
like,
dad.
why? You were like 8 or 9.
It's true.
I don't know. I just feel like that's a part of the story that maybe I'm fucking wrong. Maybe other people have experienced that and they're like, no, it's not that serious. But like, I don't know. For me, I'm like, I wish you would have elaborated on why. Like, at some point, did that not become a conversation between the dad and her? And like, hey, you're going to go live with your aunt because, you need a woman in your life and I'll visit you on weekends. It's not that he neglected her.
No.
But like, I don't know. I wish that would have.
That's so interesting.
Maybe
I didn't think about that until
was
right
he
now.
sickly when she was young also? So that's why.
Maybe.
It wasn't explained.
But it does sound like he had been sick for a while in the way that she says it.
But she's not like, and I moved in with my aunt because my dad was so sick.
No.
Maybe you were supposed to infer it. But anyways, oh, by the way, this is a vodka seltzer. I don't think we mentioned it.
Cheers.
Cheers. The last time we'll be using these cups for now.
For now.
Yeah, unless we read another book. Well, maybe Brimstone, because vampires, these are like vampire-ish.
They are vampire-ish. Yeah. Brimstone
I know,
is
you're
coming
super
up.
excited. So, anyways, I didn't love that.
That was rough for me. The idea of going from Spooksober to fucking Brimstone.
I know.
Or no, Quicksilver, because those are going to be out soon.
Well, you just told me you started like rereading Onyx Storm, and I almost vomited. So, like,
I do. I like the Fourth Wing World.
I like the world. I don't like the writing.
No, it's a tougher one to get through.
There's, Rebecca Yarros has been talking on panels. We should like talk about that in one of our next episodes.
I agree.
We should go over what she's talked about. I've sent you so many things. Have you seen them?
I have to check. The pitter patter is my dog.
Yeah. So anyways,
Okay.
she's like, Mouse has recently broken up with her boyfriend, and she only has her dog. He's like some sort of hound, but she says he's an idiot.
my dog is dumb too, though.
Oh,
so I
lovable dumb. Both of them. The one in the book.
Cute.
I don't think Husky's dumb. I just think
Husky's so dumb.
No.
He's dumb.
He's so sweet.
He's very sweet, but he's dumb.
All right. Well, anyways, she says that her dog is dumb. And okay, so while she's narrating after the fact. So she's like,
I know you're gonna think I'm fucked up shit. I know you guys are gonna think I'm stupid. I shouldn't have done this.
She's like, I have to write it down, and maybe like this way, it can get out of my head.
Yep.
So like, I'm writing down the shit that happened to me, and she's like, if it hadn't been for my dog, who's a dumbass, I wouldn't have survived. I don't understand how. Like, I don't see the correlation there now after reading the whole book, but
yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, she goes to her grandma's house. She agrees to it. She says, my dad never asks me for anything, so the one time he asks me for something, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
She goes. It is a house surrounded by woods.
In the middle of nowhere.
I would have driven up to it, backed out, told them to fucking knock that shit out and go.
100%. I don't know. Okay, I think I would have gone inside.
If it was daylight.
Oh, what the fuck? I wouldn't have been driving there in the nighthime.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, she stopped at a motel
too. This is the best part.
So yeah.
This is the best part. Maybe I'm skipping ahead, but okay? Hold on. Continue. I'm gonna skip ahead way too much.
So she goes into town. She pulls up, brings her dog. And she mentions, she was like, my dog is the kind of dog that if he gets off his leash, I'm never going to see him again. Which I had a dog like that.
My dog's like that?
Mm-hmm. So she's like, that motherfucker needs to be strapped to me. So she's like, I tie him to the porch and like, I open the door and she's like, coño. Like, she's like, This old lady was a fucking hoarder.
Hoarder.
And not a food hoarder, thankfully.
No,
but
thank God.
like
But like just
piles of
shit.
newspapers. She says that her grandma was alive during the recession, so she picked up the habit of like never throwing anything away.
One thing that I will say, going back to your point, because I do think this is important, going back to the point of the fact that dad was not really who took care of her and stuff. When you get to know the fact that her grandma was an asshole, was a piece of shit, like she's letting you know, like no one liked her, she was evil. Like I think at one point in the book, she mentions that the grandma called no sé quién to say like, I'm glad your dog died.
Yeah.
Just like, who the fuck says that?
I know.
Evil ass fucking woman. So I say this because she knew this going into the house, that her grandmother was an asshole. But it gives us a little bit more of a hint towards family dynamics. Like, in a way, maybe the dad doesn't know how to be a parent because he was raised by a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
You know, like that's not an asshole, but...
Break the cycle, but okay.
You know, in a way. I don't know. That's what I thought about.
Okay.
But you get to know pretty early on that she is like an evil person.
Yeah. She tells you like very explicitly several times, like, my grandma fucking sucked. Like, she was awful. She was mean. She's not like nothing good about her. No redeemable qualities. She stayed with her grandma one time. I don't know what her dad needed to do, but she stayed there.
The mom died and he needed her to take care of her while he was like dealing with it.
Oh, okay.
And she was disgusting.
Yeah, she was horrible to her. Yeah. And she mentions how like her grandma, like her first husband, which is her grandfather, died and she never really met him. And then her grandma remarried to this guy, Cotgrave, who was like British, English,
Irish,
I don't know, from the UK. And that he was decent, but like she didn't really have a relationship with him or the grandma.
But he was sweet to her, like in the sense that like he would like tell her like, oh, don't worry about her.
Yeah.
Like, she's
they
crazy
didn't
bitch.
interact much, but like she was like, yeah, he was cool. And then she does have a memory of like when, you know, she like ran outside one time because her grandma said something fucked up
Horrible.
to her.
Yeah.
And she didn't want to see her, like she didn't want her grandma to see her crying, so she ran out and Cotgrave saw her and he was like, oh, don't worry about her. She's just a miserable old bitch.
Old fuck.
Yeah, and then he was like, look, let me show you like this little doodle. And like she's oh, I did that doodle all throughout like college and stuff. It was the Kilgrave doodle. Killjoy. Yeah. Which I Googled it. And it was like a graffiti that they used to do in the UK during, I think, World War II. Never Googled that shit. It's literally like a line, a head, and then like a nose. We'll put a picture of it here so you can see it. Kilroy, not Killjoy. Wow, idiots.
Skip the whole thing then. So he helped her drew Kilroy's.
Yeah, he taught her how to do it, and then she was like, oh, I used to doodle that. And we'll put a picture here so you guys can see it. It's like a doodle or like a graffiti that they used to do during World War II. I don't know why, but they did. And so like she just has memories of him, and he did do something, like showed her something that stayed with her. Yeah. Not many memories. Like she's like, I didn't really know Cotgrave that much, but like she wasn't really at her grandma's much.
No. I don't think she ever went back after that one visit.
No, she said that she called her one time and invited her to her graduation, and her grandma's like, why the fuck would I go to
Que mujer más odiosa.
Awful old lady.
Yeah. So and now she's been tasked to clear out this disgusting lady's house.
Yeah. And she's like, look, I need the money anyways, so fuck it. But like, dude.
So she leaves the house to go get supplies. And what supplies does she go get?
Sheets. Garbage bags.
Sheets, because she's going to stay in the house.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
What the fuck?
Well, she's like, I can't afford to stay at a motel every day.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So she's like...
It's that wouldn't have been able to do that. It's that right off the bat, if I'm going to clear this house out, okay, fine, I will. But during the day and at night, I'm going to go somewhere else.
The thing is, I cannot stay to sleep in a house surrounded by woods with no neighbors to hear me scream.
No.
And it's not fenced. There's no security system. Anybody. I'm not from here, and all I have is my dumbass dog. Like, no, I'm alone. And then here's the first sign where I would have left if I didn't leave for that. Like, let's say I was like, oh, fuck it. It's my grandma and I'm helping my dad. Yo me lo meto. She goes into the house, like, first of all, she has to, like, clear her way to one of the rooms, finds her grandma's room, and she's like, there's still an indent of my grandma's, like, body.
No.
Just from, like, sleeping on that side forever. So she's like, ooh, I can't sleep here. And then every room, every inch of this fucking house is cluttered as fuck with boxes, plastic boxes full of, like,
shit
spoons,
that she bought, never used.
forks, plates, like, mierda.
Yep.
And she gets to a door and opens it, completely clear. The only thing it has is, like, a bed, a nightstand, but it's, like, perfectly walkable, no clutter. And she's like, that's fucking weird.
That's fucking weird.
And she opens, like, a drawer, and she's like, oh, she finds a journal, and it was cock
Cock
graves. And
graves.
she's like, oh.
So the step grandpa.
She's like, oh, I guess, like, this old lady, like, respected his room in his, like, when he was no longer here, when he passed away. Because he passed away before, honestly, the grandma did. So she's like, I'll sleep here, too. I'll sleep here. Like, this will be my room. And his bed has an indent of him,
Exactly.
too. I can't fucking sleep here.
No.
So she does strip the bed, and she goes and gets new sheets. And then she comes back to the house, dresses the bed, and she's like, oh, my phone has no service.
Fuck no.
I would have been gone.
Ow.
I would have been like, well, I tried. Dad, knock this shit down.
No service?
None.
No. I cannot. No my mind.
So no one's going to hear me scream, and I can't call for help?
No.
Mm-mm.
That's why, like, when I was reading this book, and I'm glad that the author wrote it in the way that, like, every so often she'd be like, I know you guys are going to think I'm crazy. I'm like, I do. I think you're insane.
I liked when she would drop it.
Yeah.
Like, she'd be like, I know, stupid. Stupid,
I know.
stupid.
You
I
would
shouldn't
have
have
left
done
by
that.
now. I should have left.
I'm an idiot. But the reason I didn't was because I'm an idiot and I did this. And it made me giggle.
Yeah,
like when she
same.
would do that.
Same.
I will say, though, here's where they would have gotten me. She opens the drawer and finds her grandpa's journal. I would have been like, I would have read that shit front
In one
to
night.
back. That girl doesn't have service, so she reads a few pages, and then she's like, let me prepare for bed. Tries to, like, her phone is like burning up, no service. She's like, fuck.
Why is it burning up?
So she went into town the next day, and she said that she Googled it on her computer or whatever, and she found that there was a bug on her phone. Like,
there's
a
spirits.
software issue.
Yeah, it was spirits from the house.
There was a software issue for that type of phone that was causing that problem. She was like, great. I would have been like, great, I'm leaving. Like, I'm not going to stay here with no service and a fucked up phone.
0% chance.
So this girl, since she also was like, oh, I just finished, like, my latest novel. This is something I like about T. Kingfisher, that she did it in Hemlock and Silver too. She'll mention, like, I don't know if you remember, but Anja was like, oh, there's this book that just came out. And it's, like, trashy. It's just, like, romance. And she was like, I bought it. And so she mentions the same thing here. She's like, I already finished, like, my, like,
her
love.
Characters are always reading.
Yeah.
That's
and they're
cute.
always, like, love books and stuff like that. She's
It's
like,
so
oh,
true.
it's not, like, a great literary work, but I like it kind of thing. And I appreciate that.
I like that. You're
She's,
right. I
she's
didn't
not
notice
like, oh,
that.
yeah, I'm reading Hemingway right now, which
I'm reading
if
Pride
you
and Prejudice. I don't know.
if you do, you do. But, like, I like that she makes her characters, like, chill, you know? So
I like that. Yeah.
her mouse is like, oh, I already read, like, my romance thing, so I guess I'll just read some of Cockgrave's journal. I would have read that whole shit that fucking
That was
day.
hilarious, and she didn't. She
No,
didn't.
she read a few
like a couple
chapters
pages.
and was like, bookmark, I'm going to bed. I would have read the whole fucking thing.
Flashlight on this.
Beginning
Where are
to
we?
end.
Yep, 100%.
I also would have slept with all the lights on in the fucking
All
house.
the lights on.
All of them.
Oh my god.
I'm not paying this light bill. I don't give a fuck.
I can't
and
even
if I
explain
am.
the first time that I saw that. Okay, let me not get there.
Bitch.
Oh my god. So, okay, let me say this. The first two Spooksober books, spooky at best.
Yeah.
Scary.
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 I will also preface with pussies right here.
100%.
When it comes to
Chicken shit.
scary books,
Chicken shit.
zero tolerance for it. So, like, if you're an avid scary reader, this is probably not going to be scary to you. Maybe it'll be, like, interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe a little creepy.
I think If you're an
For me,
avid
terrifying.
horror
Yeah.
reader, this is going to be very mild for you.
Yeah.
Chicken shit, I didn't like it.
Yeah. If you don't
At
read.
one point, I texted Carla like at 10 o'clock at night. I'm like, can I go over?
Wait a minute. And then she did. And we were both reading, and I was ahead of her. And she was reading, right? But she was like right there, and I was like this.
And I'm like,
And there came a point where I was
gonna...
like, what part are you on? And she's like, oh, I'm at this part. And I was like, oh. And I just stared at her, waiting for her to get to the
And then when I got to the part that she wanted me to get to, I was like...
because this was her. She was like... And I was like,
Fucking shit was creepy as fuck.
I know. I want to talk about it so bad right now. Okay, so...
But before we get there...
Okay. So while she's fucking staying there, first day, she's like, oh, there's like a little woodpecker. And she's like surrounded by woods. And I'm a dumbass. So I would be like birds also. But it's just like she hears like... Yeah, you can't hear that. Like... Yeah. And she's like, oh, fucking like there must be like a bird outside. And then her dog randomly that night wakes up and starts growling at the window. And she's like... She peers and it's like deer. There's like 3 deer running into the woods. And she's like, oh, you dumbass. It's fucking deer. Go back to sleep.
But she noticed one deer looked like it was limping.
Yeah, she's like, so yes, there was like a fucking deer limping. And she's like, oh, there's like a
weird animal.
Pobrecito deer,
Yeah.
whatever. And she goes back to sleep. Honestly, a few days of that is pretty uneventful. She keeps hearing like the little... And she's just like clearing the house out. Dude, there's a room that I know for a fact you would have burned and run out.
The doll room?
Yeah.
Oh my God. She walks into a room as she's trying to clear all the rooms, and this room is full of porcelain dolls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, and listen.
That's a hard no for me.
Not just like on display, but like Tupperware bins of like unopened baby ones, regular ones.
Baby ones?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
I hate dolls.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm okay with like Barbies.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. The Bratz growing up, cool.
Mm-hmm.
The second it's like a baby face or like a porcelain doll or anything remotely lifelike, I can't.
You don't have a shoo? It's a baby.
No.
What's the baby? What's the one that when we were kids? They were like so popular and so expensive. I think it was a shoo.
Bueno,
Can you Google it?
¿De Laura Ashley's?
¿Eh?
¿No eran ese nombre?
¿Cuál?
Laura Ashley's?
No. Dude, they were so fucking expensive. And they would sell clothes for them. Like, I was obsessed with that shit when I was like, I don't know, 7. And I begged Santa.
You see, I go down this rabbit hole and look at how real that shit looks.
Okay, no, but that's different. That's bitch, did you hear about that fucking girl on TikTok who faked being pregnant? Yes. And then she bought one of those fucking dolls and was like walking around. Bruh.
What is that? What was that? Is she okay?
And that bitch is like from Scotland or something. So like her friend was saying the story and I was like watching it because I didn't understand a fucking thing that girl said. Like somebody put captions on it. And,
oh, thank God.
And I was like, all right, I'll read that. But like I was trying so hard to hear from the source and I was like, I can't. It really needs to like, I already don't speak English very well.
What is that? ¿Se está loca?
I don't know, bro. I don't fucking know. But that shit was crazy to me. I don't even think, I don't even know if she's come out and commented on it yet. But you know, she was rolling around with like $1,000 fucking stroller. Somebody gave her $1,000 stroller. And she had another stroller. She had 2. Why? What are you going to do with them?
Maybe está loca.
Bueno, yeah.
Bueno, claro, no. Pero,
but
what is that?
No, de paquete y todo.
Out of all the rabbit holes that we've been down in the last 2 or 3 weeks on TikTok, we forgot to talk about that one.
I know. So anyways, yeah. She had a room full of dolls.
Fuck that shit.
Which
I knew you read that and I was like, no.
I didn't care about porcelain dolls.
It literally would have been the first room that I emptied. Because I
don't care
could
about that
not
shit.
sleep in a house that had a room like that. Because they were going to come alive and
No
kill
me
me.
importa. No me importa. But what I will say is I would have slept with the door locked. Not because of
The
the
door
baby dog.
locked.
Like in my room.
The
aside
door-
from the front door.
The door locked and like a cabinet in
Yeah.
front.
I couldn't have slept in that house. I couldn't
don't
have.
think
Me
I
by
could've.
myself with my dog surrounded by the
couldn't
woods.
have.
I can't
I'm telling
do
you,
that.
I'm
And if my
telling
dog
you,
wakes up
no.
one time, I'm already leaving. I'm gonna get there and be like, no. But let's say I say yes and I go in and my phone doesn't work. No. But let's say I go past that and I'm like, okay. And my dog wakes up and barks. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
No, and she took him outside in the middle of the woods.
Wait.
In the middle of the fucking night.
Okay. So this fucking idiot takes this dog. I would have rathered him pee all over the fucking house.
100%.
Newspapers. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna live here anyways. I would have rathered that motherfucker pee all over the house than to do what the fuck this girl did. I think it was like day 1 or 2.
Yeah. Take her out of the woods.
She
He's like
fucking
growling at
goes
something.
outside
It's
in her
probably a
pajamas,
possum.
no weapon. And he's like fucking walking around like, I need to pee. They go to the backyard and there's a fucking big ass rock there. And the dog starts going at the rock. Do you know how quickly I would have fucking ran for the front door? And this girl's like, hey, you dumbass. It's a rock. And he's like, and she's like, oh, there's probably like a squirrel behind it or something that he wants to investigate.
No.
There very well could be a squirrel behind that rock. And I would have fucking left.
But I don't know if it's because I am a chicken shit. I would have never thought of being an animal. I'd be like, something's there to kill me.
I would have been like, there's a murderer here.
But you
The
know
rock
what?
is going to kill me. Something.
Maybe that's why we'll like survive. Because we just don't fuck around.
I will say I have 0 survival skills.
Same.
Like,
No.
I'm not a fast runner.
We don't have any survival skills. But I think we wouldn't be in that scenario.
No, I
think that's the
I can
strongest survival.
100% tell you I would not have been in the situation she was
I'm
in.
telling you, I think that's our biggest survival skill we have.
Yeah.
That we just wouldn't be. We had this conversation the other day about
The Hunger Games?
no, not that one. We wouldn't have survived that one. But what was it? Hold on. Oh, because I was telling you about like I used to have like friends that used to go with my cousin into. Have you ever heard? We've talked about this, but it's called like overlanding, and it's when they go
Oh, you told me
camp,
about this.
but they can't camp at a campsite. They have to drive like 3 or 4 hours into the woods and camp in there where there's nothing. And in my head, I'm like, you wouldn't catch me there.
No.
You wouldn't catch me there because what if I fall and break my leg? Best case scenario.
What if somebody
right?
kills me?
No, but that's yeah.
That's where I will immediately go to.
Correct. You wouldn't catch
What
us
if an
there.
alligator eats me?
What if anything? What if a fucking
A bear?
like? Well, I was thinking a little smaller, but like, what if a venomous spider bites me, and the nearest hospital is 4 hours away?
The thing is, I think I've...
Like, you're not gonna catch me there.
So, you know how we've talked about how, like, I'm not consuming true crime anymore? Like, I will still, like, here and there, little random...
Yeah, same.
Like, I think there's a true crime recently that I've been, like... Oh, The Perfect Neighbor. I watched that on Netflix.
I haven't watched it yet.
Bro, that fucking... It pissed me off so bad.
I have to watch it.
it.
I'll watch
but
it.
I was like, are you fucking
The
kidding
last
me?
one I
cried.
did. Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll watch it.
But whatever. That one I watched, and then I did go down a slight little rabbit hole for it because I wanted more info.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what were you saying? What's the last one you did watch?
The one that you told me about. With the teenager.
Yeah, that one I watched. The fucking unknown number or whatever.
Oh, fucking bitch, mom.
This piece of shit bitch.
Okay.
Fucking Quasimodo looking bitch. Anyways,
Literally.
so
True crime.
instead of like true crime, I've been watching a lot of like what is it called? Appalachian Mountain content on TikTok.
Are you insane?
It's just it interests me,
my
and I don't
God.
live surrounded by the woods, so
Well,
I
thank
feel
God.
somewhat safe.
That's true.
But I guess because like the build up to this has been a lot of Appalachian Mountain shit. Like I have literally such a strong fucking like deterrence to the woods because
Yeah.
of all the content I've consumed. And I know it's
Yep.
ridiculous because it's like a lot of people live there, like it's fine. Like a lot of people are happy, and yeah, there's shit that they're like, oh, it's past a certain hour, don't go outside, or like whatever.
Don't open your windows. What?
Would I ever choose to live there? No. But I know people do it. People love it. Some people love the hiking shit. You know, I saw me at that. Great. Me? No, thank you. But like, especially now.
No.
So, like, I think of the woods and I immediately think something's going to happen to
Now
me.
I'm thinking like my family wants to fucking rent a cabin in the woods for Christmas next year. And I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, but I would feel safer with like a bunch of people
Well, I
than
guess.
just me and my fucking
But
dog.
still.
Yeah.
But still.
No, but still, I get it. I don't have that desire, but I, I'm just saying, like, the buildup to me reading this book has been a lot of the Appalachian tales. And so, like, when I think of like going into the woods, I only associate it with like scary shit.
100%.
Or like even beyond
Because
that, I've
there's
seen
scary
so
shit in
much
there.
bear shit. Like
Animal shit.
yeah.
It's just
Panthers.
not a good place to be there. I'm sorry. Serial
I
killers
just
are always
feel
in there.
like are they?
I think
I've
so.
heard a lot of shit about that.
Yeah, because they have to like get rid of bodies, no?
Mm-hmm.
And we're better.
I'm just like,
And then, how many fucking women have been running in the woods for exercise and getting killed there?
well, why are you doing that? Go to the gym.
What else?
I know you want the scenery,
Dying.
but like I'm scared, so please don't.
No, for real.
Anyways, so
Sorry.
yeah, sidetracked.
I think our biggest survival skill is that you won't catch us there.
Yeah, you're not gonna catch me in the woods. You
No.
just won't.
You're not gonna catch me there.
No,
Sunrise fucking hikes in the dark?
no,
No.
no.
I'm
too
good.
scared of that shit.
I literally wrote it in a comment the other day on a TikTok that like got fed in my algorithm of a guy that was like hiking up no sé donde for like 3 hours to get to the peak for the sunrise, and it was gorgeous. Like the video he took, he was in the clouds. And I literally was like, I'm so glad that you did this so that I can see this view, because I'm not gonna fucking go up there. I think I got like a bunch of like likes because I'm not gonna do that.
No,
I'm not gonna walk in the woods in pitch blackness.
no. And the thing is, I do think hiking is like nice during the
In the
daytime with like people, you know, like tourist areas, because I'm scared of like not in the daytime.
Yeah. And not
And
being
trails are
around other
dangerous,
people.
and there's wildlife there that like
And you never know if you make a wrong step.
yeah.
And by the way, I don't know how you feel about this, but this last weekend I realized that like our generation actually lost a very big survival skill. I don't know how to read a map.
Oh no.
What the fuck?
Not a map, not a compass, not the stars.
I literally
I
was
got
at the zoo
lost. I'm fucked.
and I'm like, where am I?
Yeah.
Where
am I?
What do you mean you go east? East where? Give me a landmark.
I hate when I'm in the car and the GPS is like, turn east. I'm like, bitch, left or right? Head east. I'm like, oh my God,
So do you imagine
Tell
you're in
me
the
if I should
middle?
go forward or
Listen
reverse.
to me. Do you imagine being in a fucking trail
No,
and you're like, you made the wrong left?
I don't know how to. Well, a compass is not hard to read, but like, I don't know how to fucking use it.
Even if I knew how to read that compass, it's not going to tell me any information
No.
I know.
No.
So, anyways.
But there's people that do, and that's great for you. So, whatever. Anyways, what were we talking about?
About the fact that she fucking stayed in the woods, went outside, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways,
Goes outside.
long
the rock,
story short,
her
the
dog's
rock
growling.
is growling at
And
it.
she doesn't give a fuck. And then what does this stupid bitch do? She goes towards the fucking rock.
She does. Oh my God, she does.
I don't know if she does it that night or if she does it the next morning. I think she does it the next morning. But she goes up to the fucking rock and touches it. And it's like, ooh, I didn't like that. Like, she's like, I don't like how that felt.
Yes. And this is around the time that she read the first few passages of Cockgrave. And I do want to read that.
Okay.
No, I don't. I was going to read that because it was creepy.
You
it
know,
was
I'm scared to
and
reiterate what he says.
Yeah.
Like the line.
And I twisted myself.
Yeah. So, okay. She's reading his journal and she's like, oh man, this guy had dementia because
He's like losing it.
what he's saying doesn't make sense to her. And to us, neither. Now, after you read the whole book, you get what he's saying. But he continues to repeat this line about twisting himself like the twisted ones and stuff like that.
And I lay myself like the dead ones. It's literally like he's like repeating a mantra.
Yeah.
Over and over and over again.
Like, every few sentences, he'll repeat it again.
Yeah, like he'll be like, oh, and the stupid bitch hid this.
Yeah.
And like a journal, right? Like he's complaining about the wife or whatever. And they'd be like, and then I twisted myself and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's
so
very creepy. And he
So
says,
creepy.
like, I need to write it because it helps me, like, I don't remember if it helps him stay away or helps the thoughts
It
stay away.
helps him regulate
He's like, I can go like 2 weeks without
without having to like go somewhere.
Yeah.
So anyways.
She's reading his shit and she's like, oh, he's weird. Okay. If the woods didn't do it for me, if the cell phone didn't do it for me, if the dog barking didn't do it for me, if the fucking stone in the backyard didn't do it for me, reading that shit
was creepy.
I would have been like, I don't want to be here anymore, bro. Like, this guy passed away here or near here. Like, I don't want to fucking be. And I'm sleeping in his bed. And every night, she hears and every fucking night, not every night, but like every few nights, her dog wakes up growling at the window. And she looks out and it's the deers. And she's like, oh my God, go to sleep, bro. It's just deers. So, like,
But before you talk about what the fuck that was, we have a couple characters come in.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So, what were their names?
Tomas. Mm-hmm. That's the first one that she meets. So she starts taking stuff to the dump, and there's this guy who's like, oh, you should ask Tomas for help. He lives, like, right in front of you. And she's like, okay. So one day she's, like, lugging things out of her car, and I think she's heading to her car. I don't know. And she sees this big-ass guy, and she's like, oh, shit. And he's like, hey. And she's like, oh, he looks like Hispanic. He's, like, very big and broad.
And, like, he helps her take out, like, some microwave or whatever.
Yeah. He's like, hey.
But
She's, like, a
he's
little
like-
bit, like, she's a little apprehensive at first, which I appreciated. But he's nice. And he's like, oh, my name is Tomas. Like, I live up there. And she's like, oh, the dump guy told me about you. He said that you could help me with a microwave. And he's like, oh, let me see it. And then she's like, it's too heavy for me. And he's like, I got it. And he's like, actually, do you mind if I keep this? And she's like, yeah, go for it. And he's like, great, Foxy will love it. Yeah. And she's like, who's Foxy? And he's like, oh, you'll meet her soon enough. I live with her. She's my, like,
yep.
I don't know, tenant, neighbor. I don't know what the fuck.
Friends. They're like
yeah. They all live together. I don't know, like, if they're related at all. I don't think so. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So
like,
she's
very
like,
hippie.
cool. Yeah. Oh yeah, and she mentions like all the neighbor. Oh, so she says this place used to have houses, but people have left, and like the woods have swallowed.
No.
She's like, there's gypsies, mahomeno here and there.
Yep.
And I'm guessing this is one of the gypsy-ish people. So at some point she does meet Foxy. Foxy's really eccentric. She's fun.
Yeah,
nice.
I like Foxy. And
she's
like,
old.
older.
Yeah, I want to say maybe like in her 70s.
Really?
Oh, really?
I
don't know. 60s maybe?
Yeah, I think 60s.
She's older. Like, she's wrinkled. Her hair's like...
Okay, so 60s,
viejita.
70s.
Yeah, I think 60s because she's able to do more than I think a 70-year-old would be able to. But they're cool. They're cool people. And it does bring a little bit of comfort to hear other voices than just her and her dog in that fucking creepy house.
Fucking creepy ass house.
And she is clearing as much shit as she can. There's also an upstairs, which she hasn't even touched. And she's also going into town de vez en cuando. She makes friends with, like, this coffee, like, lady.
But when do things start, like, ramping up?
Okay,
so she walks into the fucking woods to walk with this dog.
Yeah.
This was the first jump scare, by the way, for me. Well,
are you going to talk about the rock place?
I'm entering there, right?
Yeah. Okay.
That's that where you wanted to go? Or did you want to say something else?
No, that's chronologically
so she's, like, walking towards, like, the dog is walking, right? Mm-hmm. And then she's, like, looking around, and then she, like, fucking sees a girl.
Bitch,
in the middle of the fucking woods.
I would have booked it.
And the girl goes... present yourself. Who are you?
I would have vomited and run. I'm already creeped out.
Yep.
Okay?
I know.
This whole time, by the way, is like I'm reading all of this and I have so much, like, anticipatory distress
Distress.
because I know that there's something that's gonna happen.
I know.
So every little, I'm like,
Little
oh my
thing.
god, every
That was a
bark.
jump scare for me, and that's not like easily done in books. Oh no!
Yeah,
What does
please.
she stumble across?
So her dog, is like, oh look, let's go this way, and he starts like climbing into this like tunnel. It's like I don't even know how you would explain it. It's like
It's a parallel world, honestly,
it's
because
like
they're like in
a
flat lands.
cave looking kind of thing. So yeah, she goes through this like cave. I don't even know what you would call it. I had a hard time picturing
It's like
it.
yeah, me too. Actually, this
She
is
says
like a
that it's
parallel
surrounded by like
universe.
grass,
It's like a dome.
twigs. Yeah, weird. Whatever. She starts going with her dog through it, and she's like, "I feel like I'm on a steep incline." And
Yeah,
I'm very like geographically challenged, so
Same.
like I didn't know there weren't supposed to be mountains where she's at, and she does say where she's at. I think she's in,
I thought she was in North Carolina.
I don't even remember where, but she mentions it at some point. She's like, there's not supposed to be like mountains here or anything. So she goes on this steep incline and goes up and up and up and up. And her dog is just like, he has like the scent thing going on right now where he's like, he's one of those dogs that like he follows his nose and he can hunt.
Rural North Carolina.
Okay, so is there not supposed to be mountains in North Carolina?
There are mountains in North Carolina. That's where you go snowing. No, snowing.
So
Snowboarding.
why the fuck was she like, there's not
Maybe
supposed to be mountains
there
here?
wasn't supposed to be because she's been there before, and in that specific area there aren't any.
I guess she didn't see any mountains, and it's like you're not gonna stumble upon a mountain that you can't see, kind of thing.
also been there.
Yeah, true. Whatever. So she's like going up and up and up, and her dog has like, he's like a hound, and she says it that she's like, he sometimes can catch a scent for something, and he'll be like amazing at it, and then other times like no. So her dog is like enthralled, and then they get up to this like fucking area covered in stones.
Covered in stones and like weird figures.
And she's like, this is not supposed to be here. Like, there's no mountains here. Like, there's
Why am I
no
here?
reason. And she's like, I can see, like, I'm on a fucking mountain.
And I can see other mountains.
And she's like, this is not supposed to be here. So she's
Like, she knew this was
is weird. And so she's like, in my head, I'm rationalizing, like, oh, I'm going to be like, hey, I came across that mountain. They're going to be like, yeah, you dumbass. That's called hill, whatever. We all used to go up there and smoke and whatever. And so she keeps rationalizing that shit, and she sees the rocks, and they're all like carved weird, making like twisted faces.
And it reminds her of the mantra in the journal.
Yes.
And then she goes up to this one rock.
This huge rock, and she's like, oh my God, this part creeped me out. Where she's like, I'm like really enthralled by that rock. Like, I want to go near it. I want to touch it.
I want it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And she's like, it's over there. So like, I know if I go near it, like I could fall. So like, I don't want to, but like, she's like, I'm walking towards it.
Yeah.
And then like her dog is like, I'm not going near that shit. And he's like, "Arr!" And she's like, come on. And she's like pulling at him, and he won't go. And she's like, come on. And she's like pulling so hard that his collar is like where his ears are.
Yeah.
And then she's like, come on, you stupid fucking dog. And she hears herself say that.
Talk like that to his dog. To her dog.
Yeah. She hears herself say that. And she's like, what the fuck? And she's like, oh my God, I don't know why I said that.
Me.
And she's like, I'm sorry to her dog. And she's like, we're leaving. That was weird. Like, and she apologizes to her dog, and she kneels down. She's like, you're a good boy. You're a good boy. And she like pets him, and she's like, I'm sorry. I don't know what the hell just came over me.
A spirit. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And then what happens on the way out, Alejandra?
I actually would remember because I think
she is fucking like walking out, and she sees like one of the rocks, and she's in her head. She hears the mantra, and I twisted myself.
Yes.
And it's got its mouth like wide open, and she's like trying to rationalize.
And I make
she's like trying to rationalize, like, you're being crazy. Like, there's no way you could twist yourself like one of these. Watch. And she starts imitating it and opening her mouth pretty wide.
Yes.
And it just keeps opening and opening. And she's like, okay, like, let me stop. And her mouth won't close. And she's like, close. And her mouth won't. And she
creepy.
has to go like, pah, and like close her mouth. And when she does that, she's like, we're leaving. And they like dive down that fucking cave.
Yep. And they run the fuck away. And then she goes up to the house and tries to rationalize that what the fuck did she watch and do?
So she's like, I'm not going into the woods ever again after that. And what does she do
What
a few
did
days
she
later?
stumble across?
What does she do a few days later?
Yep.
Fucking walks her dog, who's bored, into the woods. Like, not that part. I think she goes like on the
She's
road.
like, oh, I'll stay a little bit closer to the house.
There's like a neighbor, I guess, like very far away, but there's a neighbor. So she walks on the road, says hi to like Foxy and Tomas. And then she's like, oh, I'll follow this fence. Like, it's this like neighbor's fence. And she's like, look, cows, or I don't know what it was, sheep, whatever.
What does she stumble across?
You tell them.
She stumbles across this weird fucking hanging. In the book, she calls them effigies. I don't even know how to... It's just like bones put together. Like, like fucking weird.
She said it's like first of all, it's tied up in the trees with ropes.
Right, so then it's like opens like in a weird way.
Yeah. And she said it's a deer, like a deer body, with the chest split open so you can see the rib cage. And in the rib cage, there's like strings tied to little rocks that clink together. And then she sees the deer head. It's a skull, but upside down. And it's like sewn into the body, so it's attached to the body. And she stares at it for a few seconds, and she's like, I like when she does this. I like when she does this, when she like breaks into the scene. And she's like, I just want to let you know, reader, that like I wasn't frozen with shock or fear. I was looking for a price tag, a camera, a sign, something to tell me like, hey, haha, gotcha, or $5.99, you know?
Yep.
And she's like, when I saw none of those things, I booked it. I grabbed my dog by the collar and we flew.
And she goes into town.
Yeah.
And she tells everybody her story.
Like hysterical.
Yeah, she's like, I saw this horrible thing. And everybody in town was like,
coffee friend, like, she's like hysterical. And her coffee friend's like, girl, are you okay? And she tells her everything. And she's like, oh, that's strange.
You should tell the cop.
Yeah. So she's like, look, there's a
cop
that comes here.
They're not going to take me seriously. They're like, no, they will. And like in that moment, I'm like, all of them know that there's something fucking weird in this town, in my opinion. It's not the first time she's heard this.
I think that, I think they all know that there's weird shit in the woods. Yeah. But like, warn me about it. Tell me. Be like, yeah, shit like that happens when you see it.
Right?
Yeah, so
he
Tomas,
was like,
the first day he met her, did say something.
He was like, what did he say? He was like, oh.
I think he said, lock the door at night. Like, you know, there's weird things in the woods. And she's like, yeah.
LOL.
But she had just met him too. So like, also, if I meet this like man who tells me to lock the door at night, she didn't think anything of it. But I would have been like, he's going to come kill me.
He's going to come kill me. Again, zero survivor skills on her end, in my opinion. But anyways.
Yeah, no, zero. Because she meets Tomas. And then, like, he's like, oh, can I pet him? And she's like, yeah, he's harmless. Like,
what
I would have been like.
Always say, he is vicious.
I would have been like, he's going to rip your arm off.
You know that I do that all the time, right? Like, sometimes, like, when I do walk my dog. Not anymore. But like when I used to walk my dog at night, and I have a husky, so he looks like mean. Right? Huskies look mean. Yeah. And he's dumb. But every time I like might see someone or there's someone on the other side of the street, I'm like struggling to hold him back. I'm not struggling. He doesn't give a shit. He's not gonna save me. But yes, zero survivor skills. She like tells this guy that she doesn't know that's fucking huge.
She's like, I'm alone here.
Yeah, and the dog, it's not gonna help me.
Tomas is nice, by the way.
Nothing bad happened with him.
But like, yeah, zero survival skills. So
anyways, she takes
the cop.
Yeah, she takes the cop into the woods.
He's like, okay,
they don't find anything. She tells Foxy though. I think at this point.
Okay. Maybe. I don't remember.
And Foxy's like, oh no, she tells Foxy, like, oh, have you ever heard of like that place with the stones? And she's like, what you know about that place with the stones?
Oh, yeah. So Foxy invites her to dinner a lot
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
she's eating ramen every day.
Yeah.
And she's like,
and
no,
she's
chill.
like, yeah, she's nice.
Which is funny because Foxy's making like TV dinners. But she's like, it's at least
They're
not
still
ramen.
better than your shit.
Yeah, definitely. No, and Foxy's sweet because she's like, here, have something to drink. Like, you could use a drink.
Yep.
And yeah, she does. She does tell her about that thing. She's like, I know it was there, blah, blah, blah. And have you guys been to that stone place? And they're like, what? You been there?
I remember this part. I love this part. Okay. Okay. So this is there was a part where she goes, do you know that there are monsters in the woods? And if there are monsters in the woods, then the whole world is not what we pretend it is. Do you understand? I fucking love that part because
I think that's after the other part, though.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. So Foxy comes in and she's like, hey, do you need anything? Like, there was a copier earlier. Like, are you like in some type of trouble? I have my Kindle app, by the way. I'm not illegally downloading books. How come this girl always has a phone? Okay. And she goes, oh, yeah, I thought I saw something in the woods. So Foxy's like, mm-hmm. And there was like, oh, there was a dead deer in the tree. Blah, 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 blah. So Foxy starts being like, oh, well, you know, we don't have cougars or house cats, whatever. She's like, no. It was weird. Like it was hung up and all this shit. Officer Bob said it was probably just kids. Foxy goes, oh yeah, sure. Kids always stick dead deers in trees with their heads on upside down.
I love that part.
It's the next thing they play with after Legos. I love that part.
And then it's funny because, like, Mouse is like, that's what I said. Like, she's like, yeah, fucking thank you. So when she's socializing with them, it does calm things down.
Yep.
Because I feel less scared. I feel safer. But then they fucking always go back home and this girl goes back to sleep in that shitty fucking house by herself. So, like, there's like, I want to say like 1 or 2 days after she sees that fucking thing in the woods of like,
that's when it starts.
tranquility, I guess.
There was
where her
like,
dog wakes up randomly.
it wasn't even, it was like 10 days.
Okay. There's a few days.
No, 10 days. It was like 10 pages. It was like maybe a couple days.
Like 1 or 2 days of
Yeah.
her just like going to sleep. And then one night, bro.
I have it. Do you want me to talk it through?
Up to you.
Okay. I woke up very slowly. There was a sound that I had been hearing for some time. It was Bongo. He lay flat at the foot of the bed of whatever the fuck. His growl was harsh and awful, like nothing I'd ever heard before. I could see the square of moonlight coming through the window reflected in his eyes. It came to me rather distantly that Bongo was terrified. The Bongo is the dog. Blah, 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 blah. I did not move my head. I looked over to the window where Bongo was staring. There was a white face in the window. I didn't scream. That's the thing that's still the most astonishing to me. It was horribly misshapen. It was the effigy. I don't remember what I thought in that moment. It's not real. It's not real. It turns its head. It's moving like a living thing, like a great bird, turning the skull head on the hanging folds of the neck. And she's like losing her shit, right? And then the hollow woodpecker sound, right? So that's when she realizes it's caused by the stones in the rib cage of the fucking creature. And that's the sound that she's been hearing since she first stayed there.
She's like, oh my God, it's been here watching me this whole time.
So she basically stays like stuck until it leaves, and then she like fucking gets into a closet and waits out the night.
Oh, and okay, a few days prior to this, her dog did wake up growling and she's like, it's the fucking deer again.
Go
And
to
she
bed.
looks out the window and she sees like 2 deers run straight into the woods
Yep.
and then one of them limping and she's like, it almost looks like hunchback, like its front legs are dragging. And she's like, maybe I should call animal control. Maybe they can do something. She's like, but like, really, what are they going to do? And then this shit happens and she's like,
Oh, this
oh
whole
my God.
time.
When I tell you, I would have been sobbing hysterically. She, at some point, that shit leaves. She waits, like, which I would have too, forever.
Forever.
And then she gets in the closet, drags her dog with her, closes the door, and like falls asleep.
Yep. That crazy to me that she fell asleep, but okay.
Yeah. And then the next day, the best thing ever happens. She's like, I'm fucking leaving. Fuck this
Which,
shit. Fuck this
thank
house.
God, right?
And then when she goes to leave, she trips on something, a bone.
A bone.
And she's like, where did this fucking come from? Did this thing leave it here? And she's like, is my laptop broken? Checks her laptop. And then she's like, oh shit, where's my dog? And she's like, I let go of the leash when I fell. And her dog
Let's go.
disappeared.
Fucking leash. The dog leaves. Tell me in the comments, dog owners. Are
Would
you
you
staying
stay?
in this fucking house?
Or would you go?
But she chooses to stay because she's like, I can't leave my dog.
The silver lining here is that Foxy, I don't know if she goes to Foxy. Oh yeah, she does, because she's like, oh, my dog is missing. And Foxy's like, calm down, take a deep breath. Tomas is there. They have one other like friend, neighbor, co-tenant, whatever. I don't remember his name. But I think he's bipolar. And she's like, oh yeah, I knew someone bipolar and he has episodes. So like he's like locked in the room at this time, whatever. They just mention it. It's not really relevant. But she's like talking to Foxy and she's like, oh my God, she's super distraught. And she does end up being like, that's when she says like, did you know that there's fucking monsters in the woods?
I'm just dying.
And they're like, elaborate.
Yeah. So then this is when she goes like, do you know that there are monsters in the woods? And if there are monsters in the woods, then the whole world is not what we pretend it is. Do you understand? Like, what the fuck is going on? And then, so she keeps like, she basically decides like, I have to stay here because I have to find my dog, right?
Yeah.
And then like throughout the times that she's like still trying to fucking do what she came here to do and she's crazy. She goes, why am I moving boxes when there are monsters in the woods? I fucking love those moments. So then Foxy comes in and he's like, Bongo's gone. He ran off. I hope he ran off. There's things in the woods. Foxy, I saw one. I think I'm going crazy. Oh God, what if they've got him? And then Foxy's like, hold on. What's going on? She's like, you think you're crazy. You think I'm crazy. And she's like, yeah, but like, I also think you're right. So then whatever. That continues on. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. She thought she knew about whatever it is that was going on in that hill. And Mouse is like, no, what the fuck are you talking about? She's like, oh, I thought you knew because you stumbled across the stones. So whatever. Anyways.
Yeah, she's like, I thought your
happens.
grandma would have told you or something before sending you out here. And she's like, no one told me fucking shit. So what the fuck? And she's like, I've seen those things before. Like, she's like, I think she saw like a pig with something on its head and that she ran it over. And then she saw a raccoon with a wasp's nest on it, like as a head. Mm-hmm. So she's like, I've seen them. You can kill them. Fire kills them. And she's like, okay, great. Good to know. But like, why didn't anyone fucking tell me? And so she's basically like, look, you're not crazy. These things are here. So like, what are you going to do? You're just going to fucking stay here? You're going to stay in that house? And she's like, no. She's like, I have to stay until my dog comes back. And Foxy's like, well, if you want, you could stay here. And she's like, I can't, because if my dog comes back, he's not going to come back
go to you.
To here. Exactly. He's going to come back to the other house. And she's like, this did happen once before where he ran away and like, or got loose really. Cause it's not running away. He just like was like, woo, I'm free.
I'm going to smell things.
He did come back to her house, wherever the fuck she lives. So she's like, he might come back. And she's like, okay. So she goes back to that house. Couldn't be me.
Never.
Goes back to that fucking house. Oh, she bought like a radio because there's no Wi-Fi.
Yep.
So she's like filling her daytime with
Announcements or shit.
NPR. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Some
But it's
radio
just
shit.
radio.
Yeah.
And like, so Foxy comes over
Comes over with food.
and they're like chit-chatting. And Foxy's like, well, anyways, I'm going to sleep here. And Mouse is like, you're going to stay here? I would have started crying
100%.
out of like relief.
Yeah.
And she's like, but like this thing, like, and she's like, it's fine. Like, I'm not going to let you do this by yourself. I'm just going to go get my sleeping bag and I'll come over. And she's like, okay. So she, bless her heart. She gets that sleeping bag, comes over. They talk their shit. Fucking this girl also, Foxy also brings the liquor, which like, I fuck with that. And this girl's like, you don't want to be like sober for this? And that Foxy's like, absolutely
Fuck
no, I
no.
don't. Absolutely the fuck not.
Fuck no.
So, oh, also, Mouse dragged the mattress from her grandpa's room to the bathroom, which, like,
Yeah.
solid. And she's like, I'm fucking sleeping here. No windows. Fuck that shit. And she's like, all right, good night. Let's go to sleep. There's no point in, like, just staying up all night. Foxy says that. So this girl goes to sleep. And then she's like, she says that she's woken up by a hand coming through the bathroom. And, it, like, instantly, I was like, oh, my God. And then she's like, it was Foxy. And Foxy's like, hey, wake up. This fucking thing is in the driveway. And she's like,
But how do you know that?
she's like, why do I want to fucking see that? And she's like, just fucking come and see it. And she's like, okay. So, like,
They go upstairs.
they start going upstairs and they look in the window. I guess there's a window upstairs and they don't see it. And she's like, oh, no, I think they do. They see it in the driveway.
Yeah.
Fucking creepy. And then Foxy's like, let's go upstairs to, like, the main bedroom. I'm sure there's a window there that we can, like, see better out of. And she was like, I was coming to go upstairs to pee, and I fucking saw that thing. And she's like, well, why don't you just use the bathroom downstairs? And she's like, oh, you're sleeping in it, dumbass. Like, I'm not going to pee in front of you. So they go up, and they go to the room, and they look out, and it's gone. Like, it's not there anymore. So they're like, okay, maybe it left. And they wait there a little bit, and then they go downstairs, and then this fucking thing.
I'm like, I have like fucking calofrio. Uh-huh.
Does it not start slamming itself against the door? Dude, it starts fucking body slamming. I think there's a screen and then the door.
Yeah.
It starts body slamming itself against the fucking door. So this thing must have looked in her room,
100%.
seen it was empty, seen the mattress was gone, and been like, okay, I'm breaking into the house.
And
then
we don't know anything about these creatures.
No.
Nothing. So just to like reference back to the journal, right? At one point, he mentions a green book
Yeah.
that he never finds again because he says that the wife or whatever eliminated it or hid it.
She hid
or
it
whatever.
and he has
I don't
something. He's like, fucking stupid old bitch.
But there are stories in the book that don't really make a lot of sense. Something about like weird creatures and like
But he says
breeding
that reading it over and over again
creatures.
helps him like
Yeah.
calm the hysteria, I guess, in his head.
Yeah.
So because he can't find it, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna rewrite."
I'm gonna rewrite it.
off
And
of
he's
memory
rewriting different
into
stories
manuscript,
that
right.
make no sense at the beginning of
Which
this book.
she finds his manuscript when she pulls the mattress
Yeah,
off
yeah.
and sees it there, like it was under the mattress.
Yep.
And Foxy and her are reading them that night
Yeah.
before going to bed.
About weird shit.
Yeah.
Like weird creatures that need breeding
Mm-hmm.
humans and
The manuscript is about this girl, essentially. It was like, I guess, one of Cockgrave's friend's daughter.
yeah.
And like the weird shit that she did. And like, it's funny because while Mouse is reading it, she's like, I know I should feel sympathy towards this girl, but I don't like her. Like, she's like, the things that she does, the way that she acts, the things that she says, because Cockgrave is writing it from the perspective of the girl of what he remembers.
Yeah.
So she's like, I don't like this girl. Like, I should feel bad. I just don't like her. And this girl finds a rocky place just like this girl did, sees a rock, hugs it, entwines herself with it, stays there, starts running around singing, which Mouse was singing around in that area too. And she's the one who says, and then I twist myself, like she says that mantra, which it comes from her.
Exactly.
And then she continues to talk about like this nanny that she had that like was like, you gotta keep things a secret. And then Mouse is like, that sounds like
Weird.
sounds like the authorities should be involved.
Yep.
Like it made me laugh because it's like, yeah. And then she makes that comment to Foxy. She's like, do you think we should call the police? And Foxy's like, pretty sure this girl is long gone. Like, there's no point. But whatever. So they read that whole fucking thing.
Long story short,
That was way before.
Effigies.
So this thing is slamming itself against the screen, right? And it's the door, window, right? Like that's how I pictured it in my head.
Yeah, same.
And this dumbass Mouse is like, why doesn't it just break a window? And Foxy's like, really?
Now you're gonna tell me what to do?
She's like, shut up. Yeah. Just shut up. And they're both like hiding in the kitchen. I guess the kitchen faces the door. And at some point it stops. I don't know when. I don't remember how that happens.
But they survive the night.
They survive the night.
And then they go tell the other guys, like, you don't understand.
And then the two of them, Tomas, Foxy, and the other guy, are like, oh, we're going to, Tomas and the other guy are like, we're going to go sleep at, so fucking, I liked this part. Mouse is like, should we sleep here this time? And Foxy's like, no, I don't want that shit coming around my house.
I don't want this shit coming in my house. You're staying at your house.
Yeah, which I pictured her house as a trailer, but I don't know. Is that how you pictured it?
I didn't think I pictured it at all.
Like, is it a house in your head?
No. It's like different RVs, actually.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So even I'm not fucking staying in an RV with this fucking thing slamming itself to shit. So anyways, they're like, no, we'll stay in your house. So they all go, right? And they're all up, like, talking their shit. And it's not even, I don't think, nighttime yet.
No.
Because Mouse at some point says, like, maybe it doesn't come out during the day. Wrong. This thing comes up to the door and starts tapping that shit.
Yep. But now they're staying there.
Mm-hmm.
And this is part where all of them are starting to read this green book.
Yeah. So Foxy and Mouse have already read it, but they give it to Tomas and the other guy. Tomas reads like 2 pages and he's like, no. Which, like, I feel you. Mm-hmm. And the other guy is like, no, I'll read this whole shit.
I know. And then they read it all.
This thing, like, in the middle of them talking, this thing starts tapping. And I think it's Tomas who's like, or the other guy. Either ways, both of them end up seeing it. But one of them is like, I need to go look. And they're like, are you fucking serious? It's that thing. I'm telling you, it's that thing. And the first guy peeks through it and he like jumps back and screams. And he's like, oh, shit. And then I think Tomas goes up to it and sees it and tries to take a picture of it.
Yep.
And Mouse is like, good luck. Like, that picture's going to come out blurry because I tried to take a picture of something and it came out blurry as fuck too.
Yep.
And this thing is just tapping. And the guys are like, we need to like board up the windows because this fucking thing is going to break through it. So they like flip a couch and put it against one window. And then I don't know what they put up against the other. And then like, do you have any more windows? And she's like, yeah, there's one over there. They go, they board it. This thing stops tapping on the door. And you just hear footsteps. And it starts tapping on the window.
Oh my God.
Tapping on the fucking window. But the good thing about having more people there is that, like, someone, I don't know if it was Tomas or who it was like, do you think it knows that we, like, boarded up the window? And I don't know if it was Foxy or Mouse, but somebody was like, well, it could see through the window 5 seconds ago, and now it can't. So probably.
But I think this is after the dog comes back.
No, this was the last night before the
You're
dog
right.
comes
then
back.
The dog comes back.
That morning they go back to their house. She's there, and then she hears scratching at the door.
Yep.
And she's like, that doesn't sound like the tap, tap, tap thing. And she's like, oh my God, is it the dog? And she opens it, and it's her dog.
Yeah.
And she's like, thrilled, hugs her dog, pets him. And this dumbass finds a twig that's like wedged into his collar with a paper wrapped around it. And
what does it say? It says help.
Help with a picture of what?
Kilroy.
On the back. So she's
like, oh great, my step grandparents out there.
What? Okay. Her step grandfather would be like extremely old at this point.
Yeah, it can't be him.
It can't, but also weird shit's going on. So I understand her hesitance, but also like she says it several times, like, I did not have a relationship with these people.
Yep.
Like, even him, she grows an affection for him now while she reads his manuscript, while she, like, reads his diary. Like, it's only now that she's like, damn, poor guy. Like, he was stuck with my bitch grandmother. And then she has that memory of, like, oh, yeah, he's the one who taught me how to draw Kilroy.
Yep.
But she doesn't have, and she says it, like, in the very beginning, she's
There's
like,
no
I don't
relationship.
really fucking know this old guy. Like, he just married her. Like, I don't know him. Even her grandma, she's like, I didn't have a relationship with her.
She's a bitch.
Yeah. She's like, fuck that lady. So, like, I get it, but I don't.
I honestly don't like. And she's like, okay, I'm going to go into the woods and save this person. Why?
She's like, I have to because this note is for me. She goes to the trailer with, like, her neighbor friends, Foxy, Tomas, which at this point, like, they're amazing because I would
Are
not have
you
stayed at that fucking
serious?
house.
Fuck no. And she's like, hey, I'm leaving, like these notes and what you need to do and like my inheritance. I don't know.
If something happens, like,
Reach
call
out to
my
my
dad,
aunt
my
and
aunt,
whatever,
whatever, let them know these things.
So here's the interesting part about this part of the story, because she was very worried about her dog. But now she's taking her dog to danger. What the fuck?
That's a good point. I hadn't even thought of that.
I think she had a death wish.
Let me just tell you, while I was reading this fucking book, I was reading it on my couch next to the sliding glass door at night. So when I read that fucking, like, page of that thing at the window
Jesus
going like
Christ.
that, I was like, at my window. I had to switch from, because I usually, we have jobs. So usually I don't have time to read during the day. I can only read at night. So I had to switch, like,
Reading times.
yeah, like, I had to find time, like, after work when there was still daylight to read, because I was just getting so freaked out at night to the point where, like,
That's why I freaking went to go look for you.
Yeah.
And like,
I would get in bed and I'd be like, I'm scared.
Yep.
Like, I woke up my partner one night and I was like, I'm scared. Hug me. He was like, what? Why?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm reading a scary book. Okay.
One time, my husband literally walked in, like, in our house, like, to another bathroom down, like, the rest of the house, and all the lights were. I remember that. All the lights were off, and I heard a sound on the other side of the house, and I, like, opened my bedroom window, my bedroom door, my window. Get the fuck out of here, my door, and everything is pitch black. I'm like, and he comes out of the shadows, like, but you know what kind of books I'm reading? Like, what do you?
Why would you do that?
Why would you do things? Like, I just went to the bathroom, and I'm like, in the dark. Anyways.
Yeah.
Scary.
I'm so glad I'm not reading anything scary anymore, because this book fucked with me.
I am good. I'm good. But anyways, so she's like, let me go into the rock place because now I'm going to save whoever the fuck. But actually, before she decides that, she goes back into town to use the Wi-Fi to look up, like, anything about her grandfather, right? So she calls some random number, and the random number says, like, no, I'm not going to tell you about anything of that.
Yeah.
Like, basically a dead. And then she calls her dad. She's like, what did he die of? And the dad was like, why are you asking that? And she's like, no, like, do they see the body? And he's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And she's like, the body? He's like, no, I was like.
Her dad was like, oh, he died of, like, of exposure. And she calls this random number. So she looks up a whole bunch of shit, finds a eulogy. She remembers her dad in that conversation with her dad. He was like, yeah, his funeral had, like, weird people. And, like, she finds, like, this club that he was in, goes on a website, finds a phone number, calls it. They're very apprehensive. They're like, what do you fucking want? She's like, oh, Cockrave was my step-grandfather. Like, I need to know, like, did they find his body? And he goes, parts of it.
Yep.
And she's like, what can you tell me about the woods? What can you tell me about this? And he's like, just stay the fuck out of it. That's what I can tell you. Yep. Stay away.
And what does she do?
Go in the woods.
Right to the
She goes back to the neighbors. She's like, I'm going to go. And then I swear
to God.
She's a godsend. Foxy
literally
went with her.
Why would she go with her?
I don't know.
I don't get it. So Foxy's like, I'm gonna go with you because I wouldn't want you to go alone. And like this
Tomas was
undying.
gonna go with her, I think.
Oh yeah, but he couldn't because
But
like the house was
Foxy
in
was
the
like,
deed.
no,
And
you're gonna stay.
yeah.
And Tomas is like, I can't live with myself if she just goes by herself in the woods with this fucking thing out there. And she's like, look, you're young. Everything is in your name. Like, I'm old. If something happens to me, like, you have your life to live. I'm going with her.
What a crazy, like, amazing lady.
I know. And she's such a, like, she provides such comfort when you're reading and she talks because she, like, makes light of things. But even, like, when it is scary, and she's like, yeah, this shit's fucked up. Like, it's not like she's just, like,
no,
time and place kind of thing. She just makes you feel better.
100%.
Let me check if
Such
we're
a
recording.
great character.
Such an amazing friend, yeah.
Yeah, so she's amazing and, like, kind and, like, sweet, whatever.
Yeah.
So she decides to go with her. Right. They go and find the area, which is weird because Foxy says that she's never been able to find it again.
Yeah.
So she finds it pretty simply. Mouse.
I think her dog,
Oh, yeah.
he, like, catches a scent again.
Yep.
And they start going. And then she's like, this is it. And they go through it. But here's the interesting part. First of all, when they go through it, something starts slamming itself into the walls. So they're like, fuck. And they're like speeding
They're
up.
running. Oh, and
Foxy's
hold
grabs her
onto
bag.
Mouse.
And she's like, am I going too fast? And she's like, no, but I think there's something that's
trying to keep me here.
Because she's
following
like, because
you.
like you're there, but like I can't see you. Like I can't, like I try to catch up with you and you're like getting further from me.
It literally feels like they're entering another dimension and doesn't
when they
want
get
to
through
take
the tunnel, Foxy's hand is like bleeding from holding
on
the
to her
bag.
because whatever was didn't want Foxy to join. It just wanted Mouse.
And Foxy had given her like this like necklace made of
the
wood of like literally a random tree, like just like any tree.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, it's something that will tether you to this world.
It's a type of tree that's like meant for that though. Yeah.
It's supposed to ward off that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So she has it. And since she had that knowledge when she was in town calling people and leaving like their stuff on her computer, she found some twigs of that tree. She finds some twigs off of that tree and stuffs it in her pockets. So when they're there, they're walking around and she sees the big stone. She's like, in her head, she's like, I want to go to it.
Oh my God, yay.
And she's like, let's go this way out loud. And Foxy's like, okay. And in her head, she's like getting really excited. And she's like, I'm going to get to see it. I'm going to get to see it. And she's like, her hands are shaking. And she's like, I can't let her know that I want to see it. But like, I'm so excited to see it. But I can't tell her because if I tell her, then she's not going to
so
go.
you're reading this, you're like,
yeah,
what?
you're like, oh shit, this girl's starting her weird shit again. And like her hands are shaking. So she's like, I have to hide my hands because if she sees it, she's going to know something's wrong. And she puts her hands in her pocket and stabs her hand with one of the wood things.
Yep.
And then she snaps out of it. And she's like, Foxy, something weird's going on.
I'm getting really excited to go here. And I'm pretty sure I should tell you that.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know what's up, but like I want to go to this rock and I don't want to tell you about it. And I'm getting like really excited. And she's like, oh, good on you for fighting it though. And she's like, no, it was the wood. And she's like, put on the fucking necklace, bitch, the one that I gave you. And she's like, okay. So she puts it on. They go to the stone and then they do a 360. And it's a stone of these two people things
that are like doing it.
Yeah. But it has like the head of
a weird animal,
like
no?
they have human-ish bodies, but the heads of animals.
Yep.
And in the book, the girl hugs that rock, and it's presumed at the end that she got pregnant and gave birth to something off of that rock.
Creature. Yep.
Yeah. So they're talking about that, and they're like, "You really think that this thing, like, you could get pregnant off of it?" And
yes,
fucking suddenly a voice is like,
literally says, "Yep, that's basically how it happens."
Yeah. She's like, "You can and you would," and they're like, "Oh shit!" And they turn around, and who is it? But like they've talked about in the book how there's these weird, like, tall white people.
Yep.
With like red eyes. It's a fucking girl. The one that she saw in the woods. Tall white bitch. And guess what the fuck else? An army of effigies behind her.
I was like, and you done and did this. Good job. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, what are you going to do now?
Were you petrified at this point?
I was petrified. I was like, what is she going to do now? She's literally, they're going to take her. Mm-hmm. And they did.
Oh, and there's this weird guy who looks like his face is like a porcelain doll that got cracked, but not porcelain. Like that's what his skin looks like. It looks like it's cracked all over, and he says like 4 words. Like he's very limited with his vocabulary.
Yeah.
So she's essentially like, you're following us, and they're like, oh fuck, we don't have a choice. She has to carry her dog because her dog is petrified. He's like won't move, and this bitch like does some magic shit to calm him down, and like they start walking. And I had a really hard time picturing this, where they were going through.
Yeah, like it literally sounded like they were going through an abandoned city.
Yeah, but like underground, right? Like that's how I pictured it. Like dark.
Dark underground. Like not fully underground, but like over the dome. Yeah. Kind of like where you can't really
like
see.
Like in a cave kind of thing?
Yeah, yes, exactly. Like an open cave.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
And it's like empty and quiet, but they're being followed by these fucking things
that are like, oh god.
There's one of them that's like a vulture, but like not with a vulture's head, and it's got mud and twigs all on it. It's just fucking creepy.
Horrible. And they keep her. The lady, well, her name is Anna, right? That they find out. Basically, like takes her to like some kind of dungeon ship. All of them, and they're like, "This is where they'll decide your fate."
She's like, "You guys are gonna wait here, and they're gonna decide if we keep you or not." Basically. And she's like, hold on to the effigy thing. She's like, I need a moment just to tell them, basically. And she closes the door. And she's like, you need to help me.
I was not expecting that. What a fucking twist. Because I remember reading that. I'm like, oh, no.
I wasn't shocked.
No?
No.
I was.
I wasn't.
No, because it was in the same moment. They all left. It's been a while.
No,
they fall
it was
asleep.
in that same moment.
No.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Because it's like, look it up. It's like right when she leads them to the cell, and she's like, just hold on 1 second. I'm coming in like to tell them something. And she closes the door behind her, and they're like, oh shit. And she said, tira babiso immediately. She's like, you need to help me.
We didn't hear our captors approach until the door began to open again. And then it was Anna, flanked again by the effigies. I couldn't make out which ones they were, blah, 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 blah. Anna spoke to them over her shoulder. I will tell the prisoners of their fate.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
They tapped and clicked at her, blah, blah, blah. And then she took 3 steps forward, sank down to her knees. You have to help me get out of here. Yeah. Please. And Fox was like, what?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. In this whole interaction, first of all, Mouse is rightfully pissed because she's like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm here because of you, which, by the way, they told her in the trailer, like, it could be a trap, and it fucking was. So she's like, I thought I was here because of fucking Cockgrave. And she's like, it was me. I saw you in the woods. And she's like, and, like, I knew that you were the granddaughter of Cockgrave, and he tried to warn me, but I tried to warn him that it was fucking too late for me. And she was like, oh, he's not my grandfather. And she's like, what do you mean he's not your grandfather? And she's like, no, he's not my grandfather. He's my step-grandfather. And she's like, no, you have to be related to him. And she's like,
but I'm not.
I'm not. And he's like, but he was one of us. That's how he knew. You have to be. And she's like, I'm not. And she's like, no, fuck, like pissed. And immediately I was like, I know what you were about to do, bitch. Because she tells you, like, oh, I was like a kid in the 70s in the woods smoking weed, and this girl came up to me, and I was high, and I just thought that she was my spiritual guide, and she fucking brought me up here, and that bitch, she's like, that bitch switched places with me and left me here alone. And
then
like,
we find out that she's been breeding for these fucking creatures.
She tells you in the beginning, like, when they're... You know, when I say in the beginning, I think of that guy who's like reading a fantasy book, and he's like, when I'm reading a fantasy book for the first few pages, and he's like, in the beginning.
In the beginning.
Yes. Anyways, so in the beginning of them walking to that thing, she's like, it is possible for you to get pregnant off of that thing. I've borne children. 2 survived. No, she's like, 5 didn't make it, and we won't. I'll tell you about the 2 that did later on. So she never explicitly tells you.
No.
But you start picking it up, and Foxy and Mouse put it together for you.
Yeah.
So, like, you start, understanding like, oh, you fucking bitch. Like, you were going to do that with her. That's why you were like, help me, because you wanted to switch places with her. So she's like, it's Anna, Mouse, Foxy, right? And she's like, this is Mouse. She's like, when we go to the ritual thing, it's our chance to run away. And Mouse is like, hello? Like, why are you not looking at me? And she's like, okay. And she's like, I gotta go, whatever. So she leaves. And then Foxy pulls out sandwiches. They all start, they start eating. This. And they fall asleep. And then they fucking wake up to the door open and all those things clicking, watching them.
It's not. Well, I'll get to the end of that later. And then they take them to this weird.
Foxy, while they're watching though, I love that bitch. She cocks her gun and she's like, go ahead, try something. She's like, I promise this will down at least one of you. And she's like, my daddy, whatever, had one of these and he taught me never to this or that without my piece or lo que sea. And then they fucking close the door and leave. But so yeah, then they come, they take them. Go ahead.
To this weird fucking place where they're just clicking, clacking within their own fucking language.
Fucking ceiling, hanging off the ceiling.
She did a great job of creeping me the fuck out.
I will say you don't see the deer throughout any of this.
No.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, she did a great job of being petrifying for me.
Just gross though. It made me feel gross. I find like these fucking weird ass creatures that look gross and are gross, and I'm grossed out. Ugh. So anyways, they're like clicking, clacking in their fucking language, and basically say like their fate.
And I think Anna's like arguing. Oh no, she's translating. She's like, the new ones think that you can at least produce some kids and then we can use those kids for parts. And then she says the old ones think that we should just use all three of you for parts. So essentially the new ones want to use the dog and Foxy for parts and Mouse for breeding and then use her offspring for parts.
But what are they trying to create? They're all
more of them.
Yeah, no, they're trying to make their new gods.
Well, yeah, they would need a leader, but since she's not like
of blood of the
she's not one of the white people blood, which Cockgrave was.
Which at this point was very confusing. Like it's kind of like making you. All you have to think about is that they're in a parallel universe basically, and they had gods, and the gods have gone away, and the gods had created these fucking weird effigies. And the effigies are just creating themselves over and over and over.
In that weird area, there's like wall paintings that kind of describe that like the gods made these things to worship them and whatever. And then the gods have like left. And the gods are the white people. Yeah. But they don't have any powerful ones. Anna's like, I think a half breed. Yep. So was Cockgrave. So Anna's offspring obviously have not been strong. She's not at all a breed at all. So the new ones are considering like, well, she can at least have some like offspring and then we could just use those for parts until we wait for a new one. And then the old ones are like, no, she's not one of us. They're all going to be weak. Let's just use all three, the dog, the old lady, and her for parts.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So then Anna starts getting angry. Yeah. Because they're like.
Essentially, they say no to her. You're not leaving anywhere. So she's pissed. Yeah. And they're walking out. They're leaving. She's like, they're going to decide and I guess we'll figure it out later. And she's like walking out and, this is when it clicks for Mouse. Like, this fucking bitch was going to, like, switch places with me. That's why she's so pissed. That's why she's so fucking mad at me. So she looks at Foxy, and Anna had told him, like, at the exit of this, it's our only chance to go. Right. Because most of them are going to stay behind, and, like, it's just going to be, like, a few with us. Exactly. And it'll be easier to escape that way. So, like, Mouse looks at Foxy and she's like, this is our chance. Like, we need to do it now. She's like, okay. So she grabs Anna and whispers in her ear something. And Anna like glares at Mouse and is like, fine. And she's like, don't worry, hun. I told her like, if she thinks of anything, I'm going to make her regret like even getting away if she manages to. And Anna's theory is like, if I run far enough away, they won't be able to get me. Because she says she's tried to run away before and they just bring her back. Yep.
So then they're exiting wherever the fuck they are because it was really hard to think of, like, in my mind.
Yeah.
She stabs the other guy that she's been with in there, in that, like,
And
parallel
laughs.
world.
She stabs him, and then Mouse is like, what the fuck? Like, why would you do that? And she starts laughing, and she's like, to cause a distraction, bitch. Now they have to stop and worship him. Because there were two things with them. And Mouse is like conflicted, which, like, bitch, I'm out. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And Foxy grabs that bitch and is like, we're running.
Run.
Yeah. And they start, which, by the way, is Foxy's wearing like high heel boots.
What a crazy bitch.
I love her.
What an eccentric, crazy bitch.
I love her. She's my favorite.
She's my favorite character. So then they start running behind Anna, right? And they're running and they're running. And then the effigies are running behind them. And it was the creepiest fucking moment.
They have to like jump over a wall. Well, I don't know where that wall came from, but they have to jump over that fucking wall. I don't even know how she got her dog over that wall.
And then at one point, 2 effigies were right by them.
Right at the wall. There were these 2 effigies coming after them. And Foxy turns around and shoots one. And Anna screams. Like, she's like, ah! And Mouse puts it together that, like, oh.
These 2 specific ones are always near Anna.
She was like, they were going to use, they had told, I think Anna had told Mouse that, like, Foxy and the dog would be used as parts to guard her, essentially. Yeah. To guard Mouse. And she realized, like, these 2 are always with her. And she mentioned, like, we won't even talk about what happened to the 2 offsprings. So she's like, they probably used those offsprings for parts. And those are the things that guard her. So Foxy, like, looks at Anna and she's like, do I do it or not? And she's like, just do it. We won't be able to get away any other way. And she, like, loads them up and they're down.
Yep.
And Anna, like, cries, but they book it. They keep booking it.
I know.
And they're right there. They're at the tunnel. And there's that fucking vulture mud thing blocking their exit.
I think they're so creepily.
They're disgusting.
They're disgustingly
I
made.
would
and
have
they're
nightmares for the rest of my life if I
well,
survived
and
that.
she does.
Yeah.
Which is greatly written. By the way.
Like, rightfully so.
Yeah.
I don't know how you fucking survive that.
Somehow they get to the stone, back to the stone area, right? Somehow. She says she feels like she's been running for hours.
Yeah, she's like, how much further? And she's like, it's right there. And it's like, it's right there.
What happens when they get into the landing?
This fucking bitch. So I don't know how they get rid of that fucking vulture thing.
Okay, the gun. So Foxy shoots the fucking mud thingy. But it wasn't dead. It grabbed for Bongo as he passed, and one of those long stick legs closed over my dog's haunch. I shrieked in rage and stomped down on the sticks, hearing them crunch under my butt. My boot. Bleh.
Like
the mud
stomping on a
dauber
cockroach.
effigy, yeah, literally made an almost mechanical buzzing noise. Ugh. I cannot even imagine this. Legs drying up like a dying spider, but I stomped on it again because how dare it touch my dog? And then Foxy's like, run, run, go. The tide of effigies broke around us, became a semicircle of staring, eyeless horrors, and Anna held me pinned in the mouth of the tunnel.
Fucking bitch.
Fucking bitch. Bongo's leash was still around my left. Oh, that's what it. Okay, so and then Anna goes, take her, she shouted. Let me go. I'm done, you hear me? I brought you a replacement. It's not my fault. She isn't good enough. I can't do what you want anymore. Now let me go. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, and then Mouse goes, they won't take me. They won't. You know they won't. And then she does this fucking trick with like Bongo's leash or whatever, where she makes Anna stumble and then she's able to get Bongo out and like start running away.
Yeah. She basically tangles her in the leash and like
Anna
they fall together.
Yeah. I recoiled, horrified. Anna's grip was slipping. I could feel her shaking her head. No, no, no. And Foxy's like, I can't shoot her without whatever. So then she tangles her, blah, blah, blah.
So yeah, she basically is like, take her, and those things start clicking. And you can tell that they're saying, no, you're not leaving, because she starts like screaming, no, 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 no.
Yep.
And then that's when she does the trick with the leash and like gets out of her grip. And those fucking things grab Anna.
Yep.
And she starts screaming, bro.
Yep.
So you don't even know what the fuck they're doing to her.
No.
And
But then the scream stops.
Foxy unloads the clip.
Yeah. So I think that she kills her.
Yeah.
That's what it's
it's insinuated.
It's insinuated because at the end, Mouse is like, I never asked her because I didn't want her to have to tell me that she did that. But I'm pretty sure that's what she did.
They have a conversation about it at the end of the book.
Yeah.
And again, Foxy doesn't definitively say I did it, but she's like, I don't think Anna's alive anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, okay, I'm never asking that question again.
But which in a way was mercy.
It was a mercy. She wanted to be done.
Dude, she's in a parallel dimension
with
these
fucking
switch
weird
places
with me, you fucking bitch. You deserve it.
Ugh,
so they fly down that tunnel. Fly. And they get out and they start booking it. Listen to this shit.
Into the fucking place back to the house.
I mean, they're like, there's a fucking horde of these things, which I would be like, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
But I guess the goal, I don't know. They were like, she was like, go to the house, go to the house, go to the house.
Yep.
So they're booking it. And then I think Foxy gets there first.
We hobbled around the side of the house. Bongo was starting to pull again. I took a step onto the porch and stopped. The front door was open.
Bitch.
There's a fucking effigy trying to get into this house. No, it's in the house. It's in the fucking house.
The door, shut up, listen. The door is wide open, right?
Yep.
And she's like, I saw something move in there. They both freeze. And then from the side, she sees that deer shit charging at them.
Oh my
And they're like, run! They book it into the fucking house, slam the door. That fucking effigy shit's head goes straight through the screen and it keeps trying to get in and they're fighting with it, slam the door shut and they're like, phew, we're safe. And then fucking Mouse is like, wait, didn't I see something fucking moving in here? And she turns around. ¿Y qué hay ahí, Alejandra?
Oh my fucking God. It's
What's
one
in
of
the
those other effigies, but it's
a new one.
It's a new one
that
made out of
Cockgrave built.
fucking. But it's made out of. What's that fucking.
The porcelain dolls. Cockgrave. So she's like, oh my God. I threw out a big bag of porcelain dolls in the trunk.
And she
one
couldn't
night.
find it. Yeah.
And then I woke up the next day and it was gone. And I just thought, I don't know.
I must have thrown it out or something.
Maybe I threw it away. Maybe I misplaced it. Whatever. It must have been Cockgrave. And she's like, in his weird, I'm no longer here effigy self that got a piece of his wife with this obsession with the dolls that she had and made an effigy out of it. And this effigy is vicious, raging. And she says, it would be. It's my fucking grandmother. It would be.
What fucking traumatizing.
This thing is how Cockgrave was tap, 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 tap. This thing is charging, trying to rip
kill
at
them.
Trying to kill them. And its hands are like the teglitas, the typewriter that she also threw away. Fingers, so they're sharp because of the bottom part.
So what do they decide? That they're gonna burn the whole place down?
Well, they run from that shit, and this part scared the fuck out of me because they run, and this thing, it's galloping at them, and it slips on the tiles in the kitchen, and then they're like, fucking go upstairs. They book it upstairs, slam a door, and this shit starts fucking hammering through the door.
So
and it's
fucking scary.
They barricade the door, and it's breaking through. And you could see it already, it's scratching through, and it's it stops, and it runs to the room right next to it and starts breaking through the drywall. This thing, I've never read such a
intense,
emotional, I could tell it was so fucking thirsty for their blood. I was like, oh my God,
they're going to fucking die.
And this girl, I don't know how she thought of it in the moment. She's like, I'm burning it all down. I'm burning this house down. Fire kills them. I'm burning this bitch down. And she's like, Foxy, do you have your lighter? And she's like, yeah. She's like, great. Get on the roof, run on the side, and jump into the bed of the truck. And I don't know how we're going to get Bongo in there, but we are. So Foxy and the dog go first. She stays in the room. I don't know why. I guess she wants to make sure that thing comes
She
for
wants
her.
to make sure that everything sets on fire. Because she sets on fire, but it's not
It's at this point, what can you do? You've already set a few things on fire. Run.
she wants to make sure that it's going to go down because things are not catching fire. So she stays there. The things are trying to catch fire. They're trying to catch fire. And then as it's catching fire, the effigy fucking runs into the room.
Yeah, it bursts through the wall. And she runs out the fucking window. And this thing, like, dude, the way she explains that it, like, lunges itself through the window and gets stuck at the shoulders, and it's just, like, viciously grasp it, trying to get the fuck out to get her.
Oh, my fucking God.
And this bitch books it, starts running, jumps. She's like, I almost missed the bed of the truck. But, like, by some miracle, I made it. Foxy and the dog are already in there. She jumps out, runs into the truck. Is like, where are my fucking keys? Where are my fucking keys? Finds them in her pocket, shoves them in, turns the car on, and that fucking thing lands on her hood on
the
fire.
hood of the fucking car. Mija, I read that and I'm like, oh my God.
I was like, please,
I feel like my heart was just like this for like 2 hours.
I had to
reading
read this during the daytime, by the way. This
I read this at
night.
night.
No,
I read this at night.
No, I could not have.
Jesus Christ.
She puts that motherfucker in reverse. Speeds out, speeds forward. That shit gets, I think it gets launched off her car at some point, and it lays there. It's on fire. It lays there like burning. And then the fucking deer effigy starts charging, and she's like, oh my God, that motherfucker's coming for me too. And it like charges to where the effigy of the porcelain doll thing is, and it just starts touching it. And that Cockgrave's effigy gets on fire too.
Yeah.
And they just drive. They drive the fuck out. Leave.
Okay. Who's going to sleep after that?
No one.
We then find out there's like a little bit of like a happy ending where like...
I mean, in the sense that she's alive.
Like, she's alive. But Foxy stays.
I was convinced Foxy was going to die.
Me too.
Because she's like, Foxy's like blue. Like she's like,
she's like
Foxy's
this gray blue tint that like...
Which she's a 60-year-old woman running through the forest in heels. With heart problems. With these death machines chasing her. Like
what
milagro que no se murió.
Y además, she stays there living in the fucking woods with Thomas y no sé quién. What I liked about this ending, though, is that she's not okay. Mouse is like seen as like, I need to like take drugs. Like to
Mouse says like, I have severe PTSD. I can't leave my house without the dog. I'm like constantly worried that one of these things is going to come back for me.
How do you live like that?
Like again? I jump at like noises. Like she's like, I am scarred.
There was a part I just wanted to just really quick. So, I suppose it goes without saying that I've pretty well lost my shit. Yeah. My aunt wants me to see a therapist. What am I going to tell the therapist? I don't want to have to sit and lie to someone for $60 an hour. I wish it were that cheap, guys. It's not. How do you tell someone I nearly spent the rest of my life giving birth to monsters in a city full of walking sticks and bones? They'd have you on antipsychotics so fast that your head would spin.
Yeah.
Bongo helps a lot, blah, 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 blah. She's always wearing the hickory beads. Mm-hmm. So then she calls Foxy from time to time to kind of see how they're doing, blah, blah, blah. That's when Foxy's like, no, I don't think that Anna made it. So that's insinuating that Foxy shot her. And then the fucking book ends.
Look, it was a well-written book. It was 100%. A good book that it was well-written. It was suspenseful. It was eerie.
Yep.
It kept you turning the pages.
100%.
I have a hard time giving it a high rating because I was petrified, and I don't like being petrified.
But I think that was the point.
I know. And I also, like, I don't want to read it ever again.
I never want to read books like this again.
I mean, I guess what would you give it out of 5?
I guess a 4 in the scary. Like, I don't like it. I don't like the book. It was a good book, but it's like,
I would give it a 4
I don't like
if
scary
I wasn't
books.
So like, I don't want to read this.
One of the things that I feel like I can't get over is how creeped out I was by the way that they describe these fucking weird creatures and bones and mud and upside twisted heads, and like I just felt like, oh my God, these things are disgusting.
The peak of my fear was that thing in the window looking at her. That was the peak of
and
me
like
being
twisting
afraid.
there.
when it turned its head at her, that was the peak of I shit myself.
100%.
But the majority of the book I read during the daytime after that, so I don't think it would have had the same effect.
I think it was a good book. I just think it was really fucking scary.
Yeah.
For me.
For me too.
I'm sure someone's going to be like,
What was the twist? That comment that was like, oh my God, the twist on this one. What was it?
I think it was that Anna wanted, like,
I wasn't shocked by that.
I was kind of shocked. I didn't know. I wasn't reading into that too much. When I remember reading it, like, you need to get me out of here, I was like, oh, she's not in it.
I mean, I wasn't like, I knew it, but I wasn't like baffled.
I was shocked by that. But I guess the twist that maybe the comment that we got on TikTok was more than like anything. It was actually like a whole other dimension kind of shit. Because that did catch me a little bit like, what the fuck? It was a good book.
I guess my what the fuck was when that thing turned and looked at her.
Oh my God.
And then...
Well, that was a scary part for us.
After that, the grandma's effigy, that one threw me off.
I hate that one. Yeah.
Because I was not expecting that. I was expecting like a vulture in there or something, but like a brand new fucking effigy that her deer one made, that the fucking cockrave one made.
Themselves. Oh, disgusting. But now I know. Well, I'll tell you this. Now I know that this author has range.
Yep.
And I know what range I'm going to stick to.
Yep.
So I'm going to go down the line of like Hemlock and Silver if I do want to read her again.
I think she's a great author.
Yeah.
I really like her.
With range.
I want to read more of her stuff. Not this stuff because it fucking scares me, but I do want to read more of her stuff.
Yeah. So I'm still down to read this author, but now not only do I know this author is great because she has range. Like I loved Hemlock and Silver.
Yeah.
I was scared as fuck in Twisted Ones.
Yeah.
Like, it's going great.
It's going great.
Anyways, 3.5.
I would give it like I want to give it a 4. I hesitate a lot because like when I give a book a 4, it's a book I really love that I'm like, oh, I would reread this. Like, this book was great. Like, I really enjoyed it.
It's just so weird for us.
I didn't enjoy it at all.
No.
But it was a really good book. I guess
we have to rate it as like...
Objectively speaking, I would give it a 4.
Same. I would give it a 4. I think in its genre, I think she did a great job. But I think that we are lowering... If we lower the rating, it's because we just don't like horror. We just don't like scary.
Yeah. And again, if you are an avid horror reader, then this is probably not going to be a 4 for you. But it is a good read. Like, she's a great author. I really like how she writes. Her characters are fun.
Agreed. I love the writing. I feel like I could get really...
her characters.
No, and I can get into the book pretty well. So... But thankfully, guys, this concludes our Spooktober.
So spooky October reading is done for us.
Yep.
I guess we'll see if we do it again next year.
We'll see.
We'll cross that bridge.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah.
Maybe we might have to do more like spooky romanticises, like
I mean, we could do more Agatha Christie, but we'll see. We'll see what we end up doing.
We could maybe dedicate Spooktober to Agatha Christie or some other shit like that. Anyways. Now that we're bringing to the close, what is next on this podcast? Because I'm not excited, but I'm excited.
Well, we have a lot of fun stuff coming up. So, Brimstone is coming out soon.
So, Brimstone is coming out November 18th, which is in a few weeks from now, which means that we are going to be diving into Quicksilver. So, not only are we going to give you guys a recap, but we're going to do a recap and then we're going to go into theories and we're going to be also going through the bonus chapters.
Yeah, which we did.
We
I don't think we did that
yet.
last time. Yeah. No. So it'll be fun to get that reaction, I guess, fresh before the next book.
Yes.
So we have a lot of fun Quicksilver content coming up.
November is going to be pretty much Quicksilver Brimstone.
Yeah. Alejandra's really excited.
I'm not. Here's what I'll say. I'm not excited because I didn't like Quicksilver at all.
I know.
I really just didn't like it. As I'm working through the recap on our notes, I'm kind of like, oh my God, I thought, oh, maybe I'll when I come back to it, it will be fine because I already read the book. So like maybe I'll get into it. I'm not getting into it. But the end of the book was good.
Yeah.
So
It was fun.
So I'm gonna keep an open mind for Brimstone, and hopefully she can deliver for me.
We'll see. I have a feeling. We'll see.
But anyways, this was Booked and Buzzin'. Thank you for staying with us in our Spookstober reads, and get ready for a Quicksilver Brimstone Full November.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.